Good evening and welcome. This is the A3CJZ opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G, for Wednesday, January 27th, 2021. And also, it's week 1428 weeks the A.R.E.G has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. This informal simplex net, originally founded by John VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time. They're on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may encourage some of you to improve your station. Keep in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio. And so we encourage the practice for asking for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. And we'd like to ask you to please try and leave a 2 to 3 second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's A.R.E.G? Okay, I think I heard VE3GNB, but before that I heard at the same time, what squeaked in there, I believe it was Richard, VA3VJC. Sorry, Garnett. Go ahead there, Richard.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Oh my God, I'm flying. Okay, I'll back away. Not much to report today. Just hanging around the house, alright. Here, sorting out some more junk and corruption and throwaway or giveaway. I'm working on it. So anyway, later on, I like to say that I would like to get to, okay, I'm looking for a half a dozen to 10 PL259 connectors of the bakelite kind with a reducer.
Okay. Well, I don't have any in stock at the moment.
Well, just took a mobile antenna off the van, and I'm willing to barter with get some stuff so I can get into antenna construction that includes some PL259s, maybe some I've got some inch and a half, 2-inch toroids kicking around. I want to get rid of the antenna and maybe get some stuff I can put in little jam jars, bits and pieces.
Oh, yeah. And how many PL259s did you say you needed?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe 10 to a dozen. They can be used as long as they're bakelite. I don't want Teflon that melts when I try to solder with it. Okay?
Yeah. I think those are a little pricey, right?
They're Teflon more pricey, but I like the old-fashioned to make some amphenol. The brown ones with the center insulator or positioning button thingy around the little nosy part sticking out. Doesn't melt.
Right. I'm sure many of us know the trials and tribulations of working with that cheap stuff that melts easily. Absolutely. All right there, Richard. What else you got? Well, what's new?
My cellulitis has come back again. Just a little bit on the leg. Just a couple of egg yolks, about the size of robin eggs. So I decided to do my own thing, and I popped them. And I got this care package from the 414 Victoria Clinic there to give me a pea sample jar full of that 10% alcohol, what do you call it, brown stuff. What they swab on you before they catch you. The name there I just can't say it. I had a bunch of bandages, so I'm going to take care of myself. And I got a whole ship of polysporin.
Roger. So you're feeling better?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling better. I've had a little trouble with my gut. I don't know if the mic can pick it up, but I got this great big ring on the front, and I push it, and it goes. That's weird sound.
Okay, then. All right, Richard, we're going to scoot on over to the next person there, and we'll come right back to you. VA3 VJC in the north end. Let's go to Garnett. Good evening, VE3 GNP.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody on that. You can hear my car in the background. I need clean cars to come off.
Oh dear, yeah, same here. I've got to load and wash as we speak. But mine's a little bit further away than yours from the microphone.
You know, you've been over here. You've been. So you get closer to my desk.
Yes, it's very close.
Yeah, that's where it picks up so bad. But it's not too bad. I mean, it's almost night anyway.
Oh, that's okay, Garnett. We can hear everything you're saying. Not a problem. So, how are you and how's Patty doing?
Good, Pat's doing good. Her eye is actually healed. Her rest of got healed. That's doing pretty good.
So, which hand works better, the right or the left?
The left. The right thing here do good. It's got a big bump on it. So I'd say the left is better.
Yeah. It's I remember when I did mine. They weren't at the same time, mind you, but when it heals, it never heals like it was before. That's the sad thing. There's certain things you just won't be able to do. Like for me, it was playing the guitar, and that was quite difficult after.
Yep, I hear you, Chuck. Yeah, she broke her ass 3 or 4 times now. The same ass.
Oh, ouch. Okay, did not know that. Well, I'm glad she's doing better, and you're sounding pretty good. Doing okay?
Yes, sir. It was supposed to be the lockdown situation. I had to go to the hospital for biopsy. I mean, I was supposed to stay home.
Yeah, exactly. Like my doctor wants me to go to give blood and stop by. She's got some medicine samples for me, but I told her I says we got to go when I get transportation there. I am not taking public transportation. I'm not ready for that. So yeah, well you got to work around it. That's all.
Yep. Okay, Chuck. Carry on. I'll see him maybe next time, but I'm going to go to the early night tonight.
Okay, sir. Well, very good then. Thanks for letting me know, and thanks for stopping by saying hello. Okay, VE3GNP, downtown Hamilton. Okay, let's see who else would like to stop by. The Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu, taking chickens.
VA3 IMW. VA3 OYL. VA3 MKC. VA3 LBI. Victor Echo 3 Oscar Alpha Bravo.
Okay, that kept my fingers busy for a while. I've got IMW, OYL, NKC, LBI, OAB, and Kilo Charlie India. Did I miss anyone?
Sorry, that's all. VCI's been trying to get in there before Chuck.
Yes, sir. That's why I just said Kilo Charlie India. Was my last call in there. So thank you, Larry. Okay, let's go up to Mac. Big Mac, what do you say, my friend? Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck. I'll take a stand by ladies first.
Wow. My hat's off to you, Mr. Congeniality. See, I'm so excited by that. Can't even speak anymore. Well, let's go to VA3OIL. Debbie, good evening and welcome.
Oh my goodness, what a gentleman. Well, good evening, everyone. All is well here. Had to have a plumber in. Uh, Kitchen sink got all clogged up, and I couldn't. I snaked it and plunged it and did everything I could do. They got the big snake in, and plugged it in, and went quite a ways and cleaned it all out. Found out we have galvanized pipes, so that's why it's kind of clogged up, I guess. So back to you, Chuck.
Oh, okay, I get it now. I think those pipes tend to build up a lot of what do you call it there, calcium or whatever it is that builds up.
Yeah, for sure. So eventually we might get them replaced, but I think we're good for a while.
Oh, very good then. And was that pricey?
Um, Not as pricey as I thought it was going to be. I don't know what a good price is. It was like $150 or somewhere around there for labor an hour. So there you go.
Yeah, okay, very good then. All right, yeah, that's about what we paid. Geez, that was about 20 years ago. We had to have ours snaked. Turned out we had put down what we thought were throwaway wet naps, right? And they clogged up.
Oh, well, I've been living in this house, 10, 11 years now, and never had a problem. I mean, it was slowly getting worse and worse. So the problem was probably here when I moved in, but oh well, I should be good for a while. I'll just have to be careful and take good care of my pipes.
Yeah, Deb, take care of those pipes. Absolutely. Also, speaking of pipes, there, I forgot at the beginning. I was going to mention that sadly we lost another celebrity. Florence Leachman died at the age of 94. I think she was in her sleep at her home. So that's a good way to go, I guess. But yeah, Florence Leachman is now on that list.
Oh, that's sad. They seem to go in clumps.
They go in threes.
Yeah, in threes, or sometimes the spouses are not far behind. So, anyways, yeah. Also, bundle up out there. It's they're talking minus 20 with a wind chill this evening. If you have any pets, please bring them in. If it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them. I'm sure of it when it gets down to that temperature. Okay, Deb. Anything else before we move along?
No, it'll be a short walk later tonight. Okay, back to you.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what the wind is. I haven't checked recently, but yeah, bundle up either way. Okay. Thank you, Deb. VA3OYL on the west end. Let's go to Mac. VA3IMW. No, I already went to Mac. Oh, he's the one who said the gentlemanly thing. Let's go to Mac. I'll be okay.
Sorry to mess you up, Chuck. Well. Deb, as my second cousin used to say, he was Scottish, if you paid too much. Anyways, here you guys. And, yeah, I think today's topic, Chuck, should be, what did you do today that was normal? Because I've been thinking about it all afternoon, and for my part, my normality was I didn't put a mask on today. Well, because I didn't go anywhere, but I did not touch a mask.
Oh yeah, you gotta love those days, right? I myself am a member of that club also.
Yeah, having to do 13 Zoom meetings from the home office, that's on the other side of the coin, but nonetheless, it's always a good day when you don't have to peel the mask off at the end of the day and you feel the grease on the top of your nose. And for me, that's one day in the office per week on Mondays, and mandatory mask wearing all day long. So it's nice to be able to enjoy the days where that doesn't kind of cause a crease in your face.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I have a friend who works in a hospital. I think it's in Mississauga, she is. And she's part of the frontline workers there. She's I think she's on ventilators, if I'm not mistaken. So she must be, she's right up there.
Okay, well, I'm going to hang on here for a while. I was going to pop up to one of the other nets and try to check in. I think Toronto A.R.E.G or something. I don't know. I think I'll have more fun with you guys. It's always good to hear Richard in the background trying from time to time. But I'm going to stick with you guys and I'll be here for the duration. So thanks for keeping us together. And Wednesday evening is always a high point. So carry on and we'll be here for next round.
Okay, sounds good there, Mac. Okay, let's go to the next person. There's a new person I have not seen here before. Is that Victor Alpha 3, November Kilo Charlie? Is that Nick?
Yep, Nick from Grimsby. I think everyone checked in once before, probably 2 months ago now. Just thought I'd chime in again, see how you can copy me, because I know you're sorting around this carpet from me there. And yeah, just thought I'd chime in and listen to the net tonight.
Copy that there, Nick. Well, welcome. I've got you in here at full scale on my meter, and there's a little bit of noise with your audio, but that's just because of the distance we're at. Good job from Grimsby, Nick. I punched in your call there, and my software must be having a bad day. No name came up, but anyhow, welcome. How have you been? Nick, are you still there?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I lost you in some noise there for the last couple of seconds of your transmission.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can pump it up a little bit here. Hopefully, everyone else can hear us a little bit better. Okay, Nick. Thanks a lot for stopping by. You got any news for us? What have you been up to?
Well, I have a wife that was due 2 days ago, so we're waiting on that to come. And then just work on some HF. I have a Ubidex kit that I'm sort of modifying and getting all put together and 3D printing jigs and everything for it. So that's all going on now, and then studying to get my advance.
Yes. Yes, I am not putting in enough computer time myself there to do my study for the advanced there myself. So very good then, Nick. All right, nice to hear you. Well, if you're going to stick around, we're going to come back around the roster to you. If not, we'll catch you next time. Thank you for stopping by. VA3 NKC. Next is Larry, VE3LBI up on the hill. Good evening, Larry.
Yep, evening all. Sorry, the icon tonight there. Dr. Peter, the firing up for a while has been on 2 meter for a bit, so I'm not sure if the microphone was hot, but maybe you can let me know.
Yeah, it's a bit hot. It wouldn't hurt to turn it down a notch or two. And we're picking up a lot of background noise with you. There's some kind of buzzing.
Yep, okay, I dropped her down a bit. Is that any better, Chuck? I'll leave it at that for a minute.
Oh, yeah, yep. We can hear everything. That mic picks up pretty good.
Yeah, it's not as hot as it was. You want it down a little bit more.
Oh, it's fine there. Hey, it's fine there. So, what's happening?
Not too much. Today's Wednesday. Another day. I took the wife Monday for blood work. I take her down to the one in Charlton there. Book an appointment. It's pretty quick, so head her down there for 10 o'clock. She was out by, well, I don't know, a couple minutes after, well, like 10 after 12, or 10 after 10, quarter after 10, so that was pretty quick. But other than that, just a normal thing right now. We kind of, outside. It's going to be a cool night, and there's no clouds in the sky, so definitely going to cool out pretty quick.
Oh yeah, my monitor here is showing -7 with clouds and the moon out. Yeah, the moon came out when the sun was still out there. I was up on the porch going, hey, what's that? Oh, the moon coming up on the east there. So yeah, very good then, Larry. Sounding good now. Yeah. And what else? Oh, did I tell you I spoke to John, VE3JSU?
I heard you say something about it, but I didn't catch the full content of the conversation. So how's he doing?
He seems to be really up in spirits. He said he got 2 jobs. Well, he's doing one now, and that's a taxi driver. He does that for a few hours every few nights, I guess. I don't know, I'm not sure. Well, he shuttles people from the airport and that back into town, things like that. And he told me that he got an offer to clean the local bank at night. So it's going to be some extra coin in his pocket. Now he does have internet, he says, but his cable is too short. And I said, well, move something, get it, make it reach. He's like, oh, I got this driver, and he goes, the computer won't read the optical, and oh no, oh my god. So, anyways, he does have access to internet. It's just a matter of him getting it hooked up. I'm sure he's working with very old equipment.
He must have either found the monitor or the keyboard he lost in the pile of stuff he took up with him. So I know he lost a few things when he got up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did salvage or find, but he did have to go and get some other extra things to make it work. So yeah, he's got a 30-foot cord, but he's short, whatever, 6, 8 feet. And John, he likes to pack things pretty tight there in his house. So yeah, he'll figure it out. Maybe go and buy a 50-foot cable next time. Oh, geez, poor guy. But he does have internet on his phone. So if anybody ever wants to send him messages and that, you can do that on the phone. So anyways, that's my news for Manitouage. Oh, and he has 66 centimeters of snow. That is the day I talked to him a couple days ago.
Oh, that's a few feet there, I'll tell you. Yeah. Okay. All right, Jack, I'll pass it back over to you. You as a listener, I'll take a standby just in case you need a real light.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a different setup again tonight. It's going to take 30 seconds or so for me to switch over to Dr. Art. But first, let's go to Phil. VE3 Oscar Alpha Bravo. Good evening, Phil. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great up on top of the mountain here. And Larry, you're a little strong here at my QTH. You want to go down to about 1 watt, and then you might save my scale.
Okay, so not a problem.
And I'm glad to know that he's got internet up there. It may be about as fast as 300 baud, because all of them seem to be saying, oh, we got to serve the cities, we got to serve the cities. And when it comes to the outbacks, it's like, oh, well, we'll get them at the slowest speed we can and charge them as much as we can.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was mentioning something about the internet that they do have up in town there is one of the few places that if the power ever goes out in town, there'll still be power for the internet as long as you at home have a battery in your modem, let's say. Then you could, close down whatever work you're doing and get ready for the power to go out. But yeah, if you lose power, all you need is backup power for your internet, and you're good to go. That's what he told me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I heard about people in northern Canada. They wait like 2 or 3 hours just to try and get a picture from one point to another up there.
Yeah, you could walk over to the guy's house before he gets the email.
Well, I guess out there you go by dog sled.
Listen, that wouldn't hurt. I'll tell you, that location is pretty remote, next to a mine there. But one thing I did not know is that there's an airport just outside of town, and I'll have to look that up on Google Earth or something and check it out. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, I can see having an airport up there because that's basically the only way you can do anything up there is by plane because the Ontario government got rid of all the rail system up there, the Northland.
Oh, yeah. Well, all I know is it's next to an old mine, and it's mostly retirees that are there. But anyhow, Phil, enough of John there. That's all the news I got. What's happening with you?
Well, me, I heard a rumor that we're shut down from December 21st, and I don't know when we're going to open up so I can try and get a few things done that I want to try and get done. And when it finally opens, I'm going to have to move like a jet aircraft, trying to get everything caught up.
Oh, yeah. Well, someone reminded me that the all-day hydro rates that they gave us apparently a break on is ending on the 28th, which is tomorrow. So if you guys have gotten relaxed and started using high power things like 220 dryers and whatnot during those hours, well then you're going to be paying more. So just a friendly reminder. I always do my laundry at night anyway, so it's no big deal for me.
Yeah, well, that's going up, I guess, as of Friday or tomorrow night at 12 o'clock. And that means the high rate is like, I'll say 20 cents, and I think it's around 15, and then I think the low rate is like 10. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. They keep playing around with all those numbers. But anyhow, Phil, it's nice to hear you again. You're sounding your usual chipper self, so everybody's healthy. I thought I was catching a cold there the other night. I was sneezing and had to blow my nose, and then after that, nothing. So good thing.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, I'll let you continue with the list, and I'll just stand by and listen. The 308E clear.
Okay, Phil. Thanks again for stopping by. Good strong signal, good audio down here at the Center Mall in Hamilton. Okay, we're going to switch over to the directional antenna and see if we can pick up Art. So Larry, if you want to stand by there for a second, I'm going to switch over. This is VA3 CJZ. Okay, let's see if we can pick up Art. Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie India. Art, you there? Okay, how about it, Larry? Do you want to give Art a call there and have him talk for a second, see if I can find him?
Yeah, no problem, Chuck. Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie India. Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India. Are you in there, Art?
was a short transmission, but how about it, Art? Do you copy? VA3 CJZ.
Copy, Colorado.
Oh, no.
Can you have 4 hours or see if Chuck can pick you up? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, you might as well relay there, Larry. I'm having difficulty this evening. Just tell him I said hello and ask him how's he been, and we missed him last week.
Okay, not a problem. Art, just give me 1 second. Art there, KCI over to you. Chance of noise up there tonight. So, back to you, Art there from Chuck. Wants to know how you doing and is everything okay your way? Yeah, always is, Art. Art said he had the stomach flu there for about a week. He's over that, and now his eyesight started to get worse. So, he says it's one thing after another, Chuck. I got a feeling Chuck will switch it back in tennis here. Just hang on a minute, Art.
Okay, let's see how that's doing.
I'm just waiting for Chuck to come back in there, Art, okay?
Okay, let's see if we're transmitting okay here. Go ahead there, Larry.
Yeah, he must have been switching antenna when I was talking to you. It's okay. Art said he had the stomach flu there for about a week, and now his eyesight's getting bad again. And he said it's not one thing, it's something else. Go ahead, Chuck.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sad to hear that. Wish him well and hang in there, and hopefully he gets his shot soon. Does he have any information on him getting the vaccine? Over.
Okay, I'll check with him. E3 KCI, E3 LBI. Chuck says he's sorry to hear that. Have you heard anything about maybe possibly getting your shot for the virus? Okay. No, he has not heard yet, Doc. He's still waiting, but okay. Anyways, you got anything else, Doc, before I pass it back over to you? I can pass over to Art there.
Just wish him well, and we'll catch him next round if he's going to stick around.
I will certainly do that. Art, VE3 KCI, VE3 LBI. Chuck says he wishes you well. And we'll catch you next round if you're going to stay around there. Art, go ahead. If you want to get out there a little earlier, just haul out, and I'm sure somebody will pick you up, if not myself, and you really have to Chuck. Is that okay? Not a problem, Mark. Okay, Chuck, back to you. He said stick around another half an hour, Chuck, and then you possibly shut her down. So you heard the rest of what I said. Anyways, okay, I'll turn it back over to Net Control, and I'll take a standby.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Larry. VE3LBI, VA3CJZ for the relay. See how that works? Nice and easy. Okay, well, let's take another shot here and see if anyone else wants to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Room. This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, X-ray, my Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Okay, I heard two stations there, VA3XLJ and VA3VAD. Let's go to Vanya. Good evening, Vanya. Welcome. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good today. I have a kind of slow day at work today, so that was good. That's a good thing. The bad thing is like if they're gonna, I think they're gonna send us away for next week or 2 weeks or so. So I guess I'm gonna be more often with you guys, and I'm gonna be bothering you and asking questions. So kind of that's a plus for me, I guess.
Well, we try and answer all questions, and if not, there's usually someone out there who does know the answer. So we're always here to help, in any way we can, Vanya.
I mean, you guys save me lots of time because I mean to go through all the YouTube stuff, like it's time consuming. I'll tell you that. Every time when I ask a question, I get answer, even if it's wrong one, at least the shortens the time in the search for the whatever I was looking for. So that's a good thing. Anyways, I'm gonna let it go now and go back to listening, and I guess wait for my turn.
Yeah. Just remember, the YouTube search engine sometimes won't find what you're looking for. It's possible if you change your search parameters, just change the question in different words, or try and be short but specific. I found certain things related to the radio that I could not find, but I remember I saw something about it once before. So some things aren't that easy to find, but I'm glad you're getting some success.
My English is a little bit more challenging than you think. But anyways, so just one quick thing, like I made myself a 220 antenna, and I was so proud of it. Worked very low SWR. But the best part of it, I put a cup holder so I can put my beer, and I put the little clip so I can hang my radio on it. And it's everything is resting on a piece of, how do you call the thing which wife hangs the clothes? Not the clothes, the curtains on it? Anyways, like that pole or whatever it is. So she's freaking out, but it's a good thing everything is working for me.
Oh, are you talking about a curtain rod?
Correct.
Hey, in my book, it's anything goes. Whatever works. It doesn't have to be pretty. Later on, you can make it, pretty, but as long as it works, right?
Correct. I'll have a 2 weeks kind of return the stuff in the proper places and to work with something more sturdy and eye pleasing. So yeah, back to you.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, you're coming in really good tonight. Full strength and good audio there, Vanya. And I was listening to you on the COVID-19 net there, R.P.A.D. net, and I checked you on reverse on 440, and you were also full scale. So it's kind of difficult to compare. I know R.P.A.D. was talking earlier on the net about which gets out better, 2 meter or 440. They tend to give you less power in the radio on UHF than they do in VHF because I'm thinking the UHF travels further. But yeah, we'll have to do some more testing on that there, Vanya.
What I did tonight when I checked in the earlier net, COVID-19 net, I was up with my car. You know that guy above my house with lots of antennas and a mast. So I was over here right by I parked on the side of the road, and that is where I checked in because I was trying that my 220 antenna.
Oh, you called it a monstrosity or something like that. Yeah. Oh, well, hey, whatever works, right? But either way, you were coming in very good at my location.
I think abomination or something like that. That's the word I used.
Well, it works. So there you go. Okay there, Vanya. Anything else before we move along? Are you going to stick around a little bit?
Yeah, I will. I will. It's my she's at home, so she'll take care of the younger one. So I have some time on my hands. That's good.
All right, very good. Thank you, Vanya. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. Okay, let's go to R.P.A.D. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Good evening, R.P.A.D. Welcome.
Hello, Chuck. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Let me just switch my meter here a little bit. And, okay, I'm putting out at a good 50 watt, looks like. And, very low SWR 1.2. The SWR, which one is okay to me. And, as you guys were talking, actually, I was listening on the SDR Play. Now, the SDR Play is one of those little devices, very stable device. And, actually, we recalibrated last night with Sean, and we were doing some testing. VCF and I, Sean, he bought one of those, I don't know, something like an atomic clock, a reference clock, whatever they call it. So we did the calibration, and yeah, usually I calibrate this device to the time signal. So basically, it is correlated with the atomic clock. Now, why I'm saying that, because I did some measurements on your signal, on everybody's signal actually, and everybody's signal quite good. And what I'm saying now is doesn't really matter, because we are starting in FM mode very wide. Yeah, it would make some difference inside them, but I did some measurements, and actually, Chuck, your signal is minus 265 hertz. So you where it says zero, you're a little bit to the left to that, and 265 hertz. It doesn't mean anything because you can't hear that, but just telling you. And your signal is very stable. So as you were talking, there's no I didn't hear any drifting or anything like that. So it's always anytime when you came in, 265 was all the time. Larry's was the same thing, minus 290 hertz, and never changed. So looks like these radios, what you guys are using, is very stable. Usually new radios are quite stable. And one year, he was extremely stable. He was the closest to the zero. He was plus 20 hertz higher than the zero, I guess. So he was a little bit higher, but his radio is set up perfectly, and he's never changed. But VTOAB feel. I'm not sure what kind of radio he is using. When he came in at the first time, he was minus 990. He was a very low. Then he went, as he was starting, he went to 1037. Then he went to 1051 at the end when he finished. So looks like his radio is warming up. It was drifting. You're not going to hear that in the FM mode, so that's not my point. The point is his radio is drifting. Now, if he would want to use that radio for digital communication, he would have a little issue, because it would drift up from the frequency. I'm just guessing he's mostly using an old radio. So I don't know. Yeah, these devices, this SDR Play is very very accurate actually, and it doesn't change that much. So yeah, you can hook up the GPS to it, and it links up to the GPS satellite, and I don't know, it just never changes frequency. It's 1 to 1 part per million. So you go figure that out. Yeah, just anybody wants to know the information, and maybe you can ask. I'm not sure if Phil can able to hear me. I would like to know what kind of radio he's using. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, very good. Okay, well, let's ask Phil if he's still there. VE3OAB, do you copy VA3CJZ?
Yes, I copy him loud and clear. The transceiver I have is a Radio Shack HTX242 per mobile, and I'm using the ground plane.
Ooh-wee, that's old. Let's see if Farpad knows that radio.
Not only I know that radio, I used to have one in my truck. That's what I had. A 2 meter. Yep. Actually, the radio was good in the truck. A single bed radio, quite small as well. The only issue I had with mine, the squelch. Back in the old, I'm talking about like 25 years ago. The squelch. If I turned that all the way up, it did not cause the noise. It wasn't set up right. The squelch wasn't tight enough, I guess. And I did sell the radio because that issue. So back in those days, most of the repeaters never even bothered to use the tone, so it was too noisy. Even if I shut everything down, the radio. Phil, did you have any issues like that? Do you notice the squelch? I'm not sure. Maybe mine was main mast that was holding everything up, and in turn it broke the boom itself, and I had to go to the ground plane so I could get out. Yeah, roger that. And just one more question. I'm estimating your radio is about, what, 20 years old, am I right? Should be around that. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it was a good radio, but the technology changed nowadays, and yeah, I can tell it was warming up. It's already starting with 990 when it's cold, and it's warming up the crystal, whatever the system is in it, it's just drifting a little bit. It's not going to make any difference or anything like that. These days people are using like some digital communication, and they have to be right on the frequency. That's why they're using the satellite reference clock or whatever they call it. And yeah, the new radios, they have all those options to hook that up, and it's very, very steady, never drift. And you would not be able to use that for the communication because your lowest frequency jump is what, 5 kilohertz or whatnot. So like you wouldn't be able to control that radio. But to talk to people, that's all what you need. And hey, listen, I bought that Radio Shack when I bought it in Buffalo in the Radio Shack. I don't know why, but I bought it in the States. It was the same price basically, but that's why I had that for about a year or so, and I had issues with mine, and we didn't have internet back in those days to tell us how to make the adjustment for the squelch inside the radio. So yeah, I just sold it to someone I didn't make any money on it, but I did lose it, so it was okay. All right, thank you very much, Phil, and back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, very interesting there, Arpad. That's good information to know. So I was off, eh? I can't control that on this radio. The other radio, my Yaesu 857, I can probably play with it if I had the meter in front of me and zero it. But like you said, it's not major. It's not very noticeable. So, but it's good to know. This is a brand new radio, mind you. It's what, 3, 4 months old, 5.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's okay. You don't have to control that because when you talk on FM mode, it's not going to do anything. But let's say, like, you're going to decide, you're going to do some PSK communication, like digital mode. You would know, like, you are minus 265 hertz from the frequency where you're setting it. And basically, if you're not drifting, so if you're always staying on that frequency, that's fine. There's no problem because none of the radios actually with this device on the screen, I can save the screen and I can do a radio printout, for example. So you just have to keep the radio. I know it's your radio because it has the radio fingerprint, they call it. Yeah, the device what I'm using is an SDR Play, and the program is an SDR Uno. Yeah, maybe you guys wanna check that out on YouTube. It's a very neat program. It's very, very accurate. And yeah, it's an SDR Uno. It's a software. SDR stands for software defined radio, and Uno, that's, I guess it's one. And yeah, I can do the calibrations, and usually how I calibrating this. That's what the instruction is saying. Go to the atomic clock, 5 megahertz. Actually, we can go down to 3.33 in a HF band, and that's the Canadian one in Ottawa. 3.33 on AM mode, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If you hear those signals, then it's automatically calibrating to that down to a 1 part per million. So and it's very, very stable and accurate. So that's why everybody will be able to use it in digital communication, their radios, because they are not drifting. But field radio is a little bit old, and I'm very sure it does have a crystal in it. Maybe what he will be able to do now. I have an Icon 746 with the same issue. It does drift as you talk on it, warms up. And what some people are doing, where the crystal is, the crystal looks like a metallic. All these crystals
Oh, is that right, eh? Insulate it. Or send it to a technician and get it aligned properly, and you should be good to go. But yes, I know what you mean. I used to have an export radio. It was a Ranger radio, and it did 10, 11, and 12 meters, and it drifted, and it was noticeable. This is on sideband, of course, and you could notice it. So I had to adjust it until the radio got warm, and then it would stabilize.
Yeah, in FM mode, I wouldn't worry. When I see how high is the signal, what we are using right now, it's like what 20,000 kilohertz. Now I'm talking about like 1 year was only 20 hertz. 20,000 kilohertz. That's 20,000 hertz. I'm talking about only 20 hertz. So it doesn't really matter. If we bang on the frequency and at 260, what you minus 265, that doesn't mean anything. Nobody will be able to stay on. Now if you are on sideband, you could be different. So, but on FM, you're using so much spectrum. It's don't worry about it. How's this radio doing, R.E.G? Okay, I'm gonna have to switch antenna and shut this radio down because I can't use the two of them, and the software has to be shut down. So, it takes me about 10 seconds to switch over. Very good. That'll give me 10 seconds to throw my call sign out there for Chuck to pencil in and put me down as a check-in. B3PDL. Throwing the bean in the pot there, Chuckster.
All right, very good, Paul. DE3PDL, your check-in number 11. Now we'll just, how are things anyways, by the way?
Everything is good, sir. No complaints. If I was any better, I'd be tall and filthy rich.
Very good, very good. Okay, that's good to know. And your antenna, is it still, you still need to go up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple of changes to it, but I'm in no rush. It's fine where it's at for now.
Oh, so it's working.
Not as good as my G5 RP at the moment, but yeah, if I needed to use it, I could. But yeah, the G5 RP at this particular point is working better.
Okay, very good. All right then. Well, let's see if our pad is ready to analyze your signal there, Paul. Go ahead, our pad.
Okay, I heard you guys over there. Yeah, Paul. I think it was Paul, wasn't it? His radio is in minus as well, 108.4 hertz. So 1 hertz. Now, just to realize what 1 hertz is, for example, if I hit my table once, that's 1 hertz, right? So when you are on 146, what is that? 146 million hertz. So I had to hit my table very fast. Ball is exactly 108.4 hertz, and I left that on the cursor, the measurement device. I left it right on, and as he was talking, never changed 1 bit. So, Paul, you are bang on the frequency, I would say, and it's not drifting at all. Very good. I was hoping for a similar report there. Alrighty, good old Icon 7000. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's why I noticed Phil radio was a little bit older, and I was wondering what kind of radio would drift that much. And that's the way it is. They can put the technician can put it on the frequency, but the issue is for his radio. He started with 990 and he ended up with 1051. So it is moving a little bit. So that would be very noticeable. Now, what would that do when you're doing some digital communication, PSK21 or whatever? They have a whole bunch of them different digital modes. Yeah, very, very narrow. We use a very wide band here on FM, but it's very, very narrow. Even narrower, much narrower than the CW signal. So if you would start talking with somebody and they would match the frequency, it slowly it would go a little bit into farther into the minus. So if it's a little bit off, that's okay, long as if it's not shifting. And yours is like 108.4, just like a radio station. Oh, don't say that. You'll get me singing. Everybody will be scared. Roger that, yeah. Maybe one day if somebody is giving us a hard time, maybe I'm going to have the radio fingerprint, and maybe I can trace him down. Yeah, there you go. There's a good idea. Roger that. Okay, yeah, you guys go ahead. Just going to monitor and do some measurements here and there.
Okay, very good then. Well, let's see. It's almost 9 o'clock, and let's see if Larry is there. VE3LBI.
Yep, go ahead, Chuck. I'm listening.
Yeah, if you could get a hold of VE3 Kilo Charlie India and tell them I say good night and thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it.
Yep, okay, I'll see if he's still there. Are you still there? VE3KCI or VE3LBI? Yeah, okay. Are you going to stick around for another call, or are you going to pack it in there, Art? Okay, no problem. Chuck, he's going to stay around for a bit. And actually, you made crystal clear to him. He had no problem hearing it all. So he said he was going to stick around. So I'll let you carry on and see if anybody else wants to jump in.
Okay, well, thank you for the relay, Larry. VE3LBI. Okay, thank you, Art. I can hear you just breaking the squelch, but unfortunately can't make out what you're saying. But thanks for sticking around. Let's see if anybody else is out there. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, week 1428 that we have been on the air. Any new check-ins, please come now. Okay, let's go to the top of the list and say hi to Richard, VA3 VJC.
Yeah, I'm still here, I was listening to the guy saying that they had a Radio Shack 242. Well, that's what I'm using right here. I got a couple of RF decks in there somewhere, so actually I got one radio and two apps. I just don't have the processor for the front end because it took a crap. But the RF decks are good. And I've also got the 202 handheld, the 404 handheld. Great little radios. They're tough. I've dropped it, been very, very abusive, but they came back for more. The only trouble with those things is the power packs, they die on them too easy. Anyway, not worried about it. But this 242 I'm using right now is a great radio. Good squelch, good tight front end. I don't like the ASU. Your mouth does not have no band restricting cavities or filters on the front end at all. It's got the same problem that John did, before he got that tune cavity from someone out there. But I don't like it. So I'm going to find a way to take advantage of the ASU for the transmitting. And somehow use the 242 for receive. Work out some sort of switching network, antenna switching and muting and whatnot. But that's about it anyway. I'm playing pool right now, but I'm still listening to you guys.
Okay, very good. Well, you sound great tonight, Richard. Full strength and good clean audio this evening. Very nice. I wonder if the cold weather has anything to do with it. Okay, well, yeah, well, let's see if Vanya is still there. The A3XLJ, are you there?
Yes, I am still here listening to you guys, and I kind of couldn't figure out the last one or the one before last one. Guy, what he's talking about, he's building something with the cavity, so most likely repeated, like, if he could just come back and just give me a little bit more info, I would really appreciate it, because I'm kind of interested in that myself.
Yeah, Richard, if you could maybe elaborate. The gentleman, his name is Vanya. and he overheard you mentioning a tuning cavity. So do you want to elaborate?
Racers have a wide open front end, so they don't filter out any intermod or whatnot. And our co-founder, or no, excuse me, our founder, John, he had a Yaesu radio and it was wide open and enough intermod. And so he put together a, I guess you call it a notch filter, a notch cavity or something, to help him so he could run the net before he left and took off to the Great White North.
Yeah, Vanya, I think Richard was talking about John, the founder of the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. The last radio he had was a Yaesu, and he lived close to the hospital, mind you, okay, and not too far away. And so he was getting a lot of intermod. So he got hold of somebody that had a tuning cavity to help him filter out all the intermod he was getting.
Oh, okay. Now that you slowly explain me, I'm trying to understand. That's good. Thank you. At least I learned one thing today, so that's a good thing. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Vanya. One more thing. What is the model number of the radio again? The XT?
I have 242 and I also have an RF deck from a 212. They're basically the same radio. They look the same.
And Vanya, yours?
I have a Icon IC2730. It's a pure analog radio, so it's a dual end. It can do the crossband, and it's just basic radio. And I kind of like analog a little bit more than a digital.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Radio Shack. Or was that Phil? Phil had the Radio Shack XT model radio. Let's see, Phil is there. VE3080.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, maybe I should give you a rundown about what I got at my station here.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Okay, I've got the Radio Shack transceiver that goes into an NFJ SWR power meter for 2 meters and 220 megahertz. And from there, it goes into a DCI 2-meter bandpass cavity filter, and then it goes up to a ground plane that's lost 2 of its ground planes, and I only have 1 ground plane and the radiator, and that's all I'm transmitting right now.
And what kind of antenna is that?
Just standard ground plane.
Oh, okay. And you're missing 2 out of the 3?
Roger.
Okay. So there you go, Vanya. If you were listening there, Philip also has a tuning cavity.
Actually, I cannot hear Phil.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I just relayed it to you there. He's got a radio that goes into a tuning cavity, a filter, if you will. Isn't that right there, Phil?
Roger, because at one time there was a lot of intermods in this QT8.
Yeah, there you go. So if you have a lot of intermod at your location, you may want to consider getting a tuning cavity of some sort. So there you go. Okay, any other questions there, Vanya, before we move along?
No question, but I was watching the video, and actually a dude in the video, he made the comment out of the coffee cans. I mean, that guy is my hero. I'm telling you, like it's something what I would never think of it, but I'm almost tempted to try to make it.
Well, I remember before when everybody was getting internet and they were not putting passwords on their modems or their routers. We were able to tap in. You were able to tap into your neighbor. I built out of a stainless steel salad bowl and a USB stick strapped to the center of it, and I could reflect the signal from my neighbor and get the internet off them that way.
Yeah, and on a bright note, on a sunny day, you can take the colander on your head and take a picture for a driver's license too.
Oh, very good. Okay, well, let's do another call out. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, week 1428. Are there any new check-ins? Please come now. Okay, well, let's go and say hello to Deb, VA3OYL. Deb, I was going to go to Mac, but he would have said, you know.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do some digital stuff on the weekend. Couldn't get anybody. Called out, and I tried to call other people and couldn't get anywhere. Went to turn the old computer radio and stuff on tonight. Nothing worked. So I've been fooling around all night with it while listening to the net. I finally got it working, and I made a contact. So it was in the U.S., but I'm happy.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I got a guy from Spain, and he confirmed me right away. Another gentleman from France, I think he confirmed me quickly because I spoke French to him. French is my first language, and so that was fun. And I got a couple American guys there.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it's nice when you get the confirmation.
Absolutely. I got this one guy in Switzerland. I was so happy. My first contact in Switzerland, and the guy has yet to confirm me. So either way, I know I made the contact, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think in the spring I'm going to put up an 80-meter dipole or 80-meter antenna of some kind. I think I have enough room for where I want to put it. I have lots of room, but I'm trying to put it sort of off to the side of the yard so you can't see it because it's a nice view of the backyard. Although I think an antenna is a nice thing to look at, but you know.
Yes, antennas are a thing of beauty. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, we are live streaming on YouTube under my call sign. It's A.R.E.G with a dot, a period in between each letter. A.R.E.G. So if you want to check yourselves out on that on YouTube later on, you can always play it back. Anyways, okay, very good there, Deb. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have plans for the spring there. Everybody's eager for the winter the cold snap to come and then go, and then we can start thinking about spring. That's how I see it. The days are getting longer, so that's nice.
Yes, and then if we can get this COVID thing under control, it'll even be better. But lots of time for radio anyway right now.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling a lot of the handfests and that may not be as plentiful or even at all this year. Maybe in the fall, I think we may be able to have some handfests. But we shall see. Like you said, Deb, there's always the radio. You can just turn it on.
Oh, for sure. And even when they give us the all clear, people are going to be a little gun shy, right? And, is it still out there, but they don't know about the cases? It'll take a little while to get back to somewhat normal.
Yep, absolutely. Until then, we're gonna hang in there, and if you don't have anybody to talk to, you can always turn the radio on. Okay, thank you, Debbie. VA3OYL. Let's move along and go say hello to Mac. VA3 India Mike Whiskey.
We trivia all fall. Good to hear that Debbie's got her digital bikes working for her as well as the plumbing. I've just been tooling around the kitchen, got some chicken breast,
I think you got a few people licking their chops there, Mac. You're like me, and all those Americans you see on TV there, I'll pick you up at 8, go to the restaurant. Yeah, late dinners. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past year.
I've always been a late eater. It comes from working in the automotive world where you don't get home until 6 or 7 o'clock anyways, and by the time you sit down, you just want to put your feet up and not dive into something headlong. But they say it's not the healthiest thing. You should actually eat everything you plan to eat by 6 p.m. For me, that just doesn't work. But on the other hand, portion control and flavor maximization, that's my strategy.
Absolutely. Being diabetic myself, every time you go to the store, you look at the label and you read the carbs and this and that, sodium, and you start paying attention a lot more. So good for you. But yeah, you're right. Unless you're going to stay up late and be active a little bit, it's not so bad. But if you're just going to eat and then plop down in front of the television or the computer and then you go to bed, then that's not so good. And those bells you're hearing, that's my camera on the front porch alerting me that there's movement, and that's my wife.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble now.
Oh no, I think she's getting the garbage ready. It's garbage night, so I take it out to the curb. She puts it together when she's home, which is not often. So it's nice. Okay, there, Mac. Anything else before Chef Mac, and before we move along?
Nope, I'm going to hang in for the duration, but I'll be dashing back and forth between here and the kitchen. So carry on. And I didn't hear you carry on the theme. I thought you were going to pick that up and run with it. What did you do today that was just normal?
Oh, everything. Stayed home. Went outside with my dog. Had some coffee and a cigarette. Did some laundry. Cleaned the house a little bit. That's my normal day.
Exactly. So, in a stretch where everybody's talking about COVID overload and all the rest of the stuff that goes with it, I think it's important that we find some comfort in the things that are normal. The smell of a fresh pot of brewed coffee in the morning, the sound of sizzling fried eggs,
Bacon.
the smell of bacon, just the homey feel that makes you feel comfortable. Okay.
Yeah, especially the bacon part. I actually said out loud, and bacon as soon as you said the sizzling eggs. But yeah, I hear you there, Mac. Um, Gotta stop watching too much TV, number one, which is what I have done. I've kind of boycotted the TV. When I feel like it, I'll put it on the CTV National News or CBC National News for a few minutes, get caught up, make sure there are no incoming missiles, and, carry on.
Attaboy, as long as you boycott CNN because we've heard way too much of whatever's happening or not happening south of the border. So wrap yourself in a nice cuddly blanket of comfort and enjoy what's going on right now, despite uh, things being a little abnormal. Take solace in the things that are normal.
Absolutely. And if you check out my video, I'm wearing a shirt with palm trees on it. So that's my theme for tonight. Thinking of someplace warm. Usually you think about places you've been to, eh? But sometimes I think about places I've never been and where I'd like to go. But anyhow, thank you for that, Mac. Much appreciated, sir. Okay, let's see if anybody else is out there. This is the A3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to VA3 November Kilo Charlie. Nick. Okay, let's go back down to our pad. VA3 VAD. Are you still with us, sir?
Okay, I just had to switch over for a second. Am I there?
Yes, sir. You are here.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. And yeah, I was listening on the SDR, and I just shut it down. Yeah, he just has to transmit into it for 1 second, and it's going to blow the front end on it for sure. And yeah, there's no protection. I'm using one antenna, and with a switch box, and I have to shut it down so no RF going into the unit. And Yvonne was talking about the tuning quality and all that. Yeah, you can buy. I'm not sure what kind of quality he's looking for, but you can buy those. They're called the mobile, the Chinese version ones, and probably he doesn't want the 25 watt ones. He wants the at least I think they have 100 watt ones. They are like $300. So, and you can tell them what frequency to tune it, but those ones, what I saw, it was for repeaters. So I'm not sure what he's looking for. Maybe just filter out the other than some of the radios they do that. For example, this SDR play actually does that. I can put on a filter, and it's an MW, that's medium wave, and the FM filter. So FM would be like radio stations. So it's always I leave it on. So it cuts all the radio stations and their interferences. It being filtered out. So then he was talking about the coffee antenna. Yeah, when I lived in Toronto, I was up on the 29th floor in the penthouse, and I made a Tim Hortons antenna for my Wi-Fi router, and I put the router on the floor because I was on the top. Then I just had to pay, and it worked actually. I just put the can down, facing downward, and yeah, that's how it works. And yeah, if I would put it up sideways, I would have less signals from less people. I had internet, but I shut mine down, and I just wanted to see how the other ones going downward. Like how the aiming is that coffee can antenna, and I tell you, it worked very well. You just leave one side open, or you can put the plastic. Tim Hortons coffee, that 1 kilogram, the big one. That's what I use. And you just put a hole in it and put a little copper rod in or something and install it as an antenna. That's all what you need. It's a receiver only anyway. So actually it does transmit as well. And yeah, I did that. And yeah, Debbie was talking about the antenna, what she's looking for. I would highly recommend that antenna or the long wire antenna, what I have, the end-fed antenna. Debbie, if you're looking for it, it's an MFG 1984. MFG 1984. It's about $110. They have different versions, and you can put in. Basically, it's a wire and with a little box, and you just you have a coax, and it runs for it does 80 meters. For example, in my case, for 80 meter or 40 meter, I don't have to use any tuner at all. So it's working very well for me. That's what I use in a mobile when I went up north. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, I have a quick question about that. ARPAD, your end fed there. Is that how high off the ground is the feed point?
Okay, the way how I installed it, the box, it has a little black box. It's a plastic box, and there's a fluoride inside, and that's right at the chimney level. Now from there, you have a coax cable coming down right to your radio room, and it can be as long as you want. That doesn't really matter. Now, how I install it is I have a pole right beside the chimney. It's attached to the chimney, so I made that a 30-foot tall, and basically it just goes up high. I installed it on that little box, which one is the toroid holds. I just the house. The chimney is at the side, right, at the side of the house, and at the middle of the house, at the top of the roof, I have a tripod with the 2 meter 440 antenna, the X50. So I attached a plastic, the side-ons, but it's not touching the metal. That's very important. I try to keep it away from the metal part. So it's about like 2 inches away from the metal part, and then from there goes all the way down to the end of the yard. And we used to have one of those, the clothes dryer. We don't use that anymore, but the post is still there. So I put some fiberglass poles on it, and to make it higher. So actually, when it's on the top of the roof, and I would say maybe about 9 feet tall, I put it up. So if I go up to the top of the roof and 9 feet from the tripod down to the end, so it's in level, and it's still not, the room is still not enough for it. So from there, it's coming down 90 degrees, 45 degrees down to the fence. So I tied it down with a piece of rope, like one of those parachute rope, to the fence. So basically, it looks like it's not a straight wire. It's like a Z. Like it goes from the north to south and the east to west and north to south again. So it's like a little Z, for example. And it's working very well. It gives me a good match. And if I would buy another antenna, probably I would buy the same thing.
Yeah, what you're explaining to me sounds almost like that guy in Toronto, Vinny or Vince, that has a wire that just goes along his fence line, which is at what, 5 feet off the ground, and the guy can contact people around the world. I guess it depends. Everybody's setup is different, but if you don't want to be going on the roof, you can always do that there. I don't know if Debbie is listening, but maybe you could do an L shape, follow the top of your fence, and just keep going until the line is done. 80 meter. How long? 100. How long is the wire?
I think it's 142 feet long, but you can put it in different shapes. So I was going to put on the G5RV, but the issue with the G5RV, it has to be straight all the time. Debbie was mentioning something like a dipole. Probably it would be like a G5RV. No, that's can't remember exactly. Those are quite old. Now, in my case, the radio room is not in the center of the property, so it wouldn't work for me very well. And basically, I find it much easier, and I would not be able to put up the G5RV full size because she's looking for 80 meter, right? So she needs a full size, and I would not be able to put it up in a straight line in the property at all. So it wouldn't work for me.
Do you have a counterpoise for that antenna?
No, you don't need it. That's the beauty of it. Actually, I did put it in just for in case for lightning and stuff like that. No, you don't need it because basically it's a halfway antenna. So basically, it's a halfway of the 80 meter, and it covers all the bands, all the way up to 10 meter. And you may need a tuner, maybe you don't. If actually on the I have an ICOM 746, and the internal tuner would tune every single band. So you don't need it's very close to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, just go to Radio website and put in MFJ 1984. And basically, there's a box, there's a little Torah in it. You can connect a PR2.5 coax cable, basically, and just pull out the antenna. And the beauty of it, it doesn't have to be like straight. You can go to one side of your yard and then come back to the other side. It depends how much room you have. Maybe you can talk to the neighbors and they can let you throw something over the tree or something and put it up.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I have my lot is like 180 feet long.
Wow.
My house is not too far back, and there's trees along both sidelines. and then behind the property is bush. So I could go right directly into the bush, even though there's nobody living back there. But I don't want to do that if I can help it. But yeah, making it into an L or something, I could probably do that.
Yeah, Roger. Actually, this one it's not a beer, but it's a coated black coated wire, so you can't even see it. And yes, you can do that. You can hook it up to the tree and go over the bush or whatever. You don't even need anything to like you just I don't know throw a rock over or something, a slingshot. Then shoot a fishing line over it and just put it over, and it can stick right on the top of the bush. It's not going to it's not going to short out anything because it does have basically just using I don't know what gauge of wire. I have no idea what size is the wire, but for the price it's working very well. And when I went up north, I used it for the mobile. I parked my car and I used a radio inside the car and just used a short flash cable, and that worked beautifully. And basically what I did, I just threw a piece of rope over the tree and pulled up the wire, and that's all it was. It wasn't that high. The boxes, it was at the height of the car height, basically, and maybe a small tree or something. What I just threw a rock over with a rope and just pulled it up. It was very simple to put up.
Oh, okay. I have a 40-meter dipole fed with ladder line, and that's what I did. I just it's coated wire, and I have it draped through the trees and whatnot. It's working okay, but with that setup, you have to you can't tune up like on 80 meters, or it's cut for 40 meters, and it doesn't tune up. So that's why I thought, oh, okay, I'll put an 80-meter antenna up, and then I'll have all bands covered.
Yeah, and actually, this antenna has three versions. The MFG 1984, MFG 1984L version, that's a low power for 20 watts. M is, in my case, I'm using the M because they didn't have the high power one. I don't really need a high power, but I was going to get a high power. It's only $20 extra, and all of them are the same length. The only difference is the tori, the box inside the tori is smaller. So there's a 1984H. That's the high power. That's good for 800 watts. Now, what the situation is, sometimes these tori, if you're putting in too much power for a long time, it can heat up. And now when it heats up, you know that because the SWR is going to go up. So, like there's a 20 QRP version, but it's all the same price anyway. So you might as well just go with the biggest what you can. But right now the problem is the radio will has a backward that MFG is not supplying them with anything since COVID-19. Go ahead. I'm using the 82 or the 84 archive. It could be 82. Sorry, yeah, the 84, isn't it? The shorter version. Debbie wants the long, the one which was covering 80 meters. It could be 82. Yeah, I could mix maybe the 84 is the shorter version, which one is covering from 70, right? 84 covers 10 to 40. Your 82 is covering 80 to 10. Okay, so it's 82. Okay, going to change my note here. Okay, 1982, MFJ 1982. And if you're on the website, maybe you can check. I'll bet you it's still backordered. No, I'm on the website. No, backordered check. Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good then. Yeah, just a quick note on that, Deb. A lot of the wire antennas, they recommend that if you've run out of space and you need to hang the wire over a tree branch or a bush in your case, you can put a small weight at the end of your wire, like on a rope or something, just to keep the wire taut so it's not sagging too much. You can add a weight at the end. You can do it with a G5RV wire. You can do it with most antenna wire.
Yeah, and yeah, that's good. And I can drape it down too, so I can run it horizontal and then just drape down a little bit on the end would be okay as well. So now we'll see what kind of trouble I can get into in the spring.
Yeah, by the way, your lot there, what is it, 180? You might be able to just get away with a short L, or even the entire length goes straight. But if you can't, plus you've got the trees hiding the wire on top of your fence line there, it would work great. Get yourself some plastic staples or something like that to keep the wire in place, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. So very good then, Deb. All right. Okay, let's see if anybody else is out there who'd like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Comment?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Okay, Chuck, I'm going to say 73. My wife says it's time to watch movie and put the microphone down. And she's going to smack me in the head if I'm not going to obey.
Oh, yeah, you know what they say. Happy wife, happy life. Okay, say hello to the Mrs. Katya. I think that's how you say it. And thank you for stopping by our pad and giving us some information that is sure to come in handy. Thank you very much, RPAD, and we'll talk to you next time, probably tomorrow. VA3, VAD, VA3, CJZ. Good night, RPAD.
All right, 73, everyone. Good to talk to you guys. And yeah, I checked Debbie's signal as well. And actually, she started with 280, minus 280, then I went up to 380. And it was quite interesting, her signal, because it's very steadily. As she was talking, her signal was drifting on towards the left, to the minus. And everybody's signal is going from the plus to the minus all the time when heating up. And actually, her transmission looked like to me on the display. It's almost like a satellite. When a satellite goes by, then you have the Doppler shift effect. That's what it exactly looks like. And I know that the mark is quite good. His radio is using a 7100, what I'm using, and his signal was he started with plus 53 and came down to plus 49 when he was finishing starting. So when it was warming up, looks like the ICOM radios they're drifting a little bit, not that much, but a little bit. So just a quick note. It doesn't mean anything. I'm going to repeat that again. Nobody's going to hear that. It's just a little technical thing. So it's quite interesting to see what kind of radios. And there was one gentleman I didn't call. I heard him call. He was a little bit weak. I couldn't make his measurements because he's transmitting the PL tone. So when somebody's transmitting the PL tone, it's very very wide, and the tone is interfering with the signal.
And who is that?
That was the one gentleman before Debbie.
Oh, okay. All right then, very good, RPAD. Thank you for the update. You go and enjoy the movie, and take care. Have a great rest of the evening. 73.
Yeah, 73. Good night, Chuck. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay, let's go down to PDL, see if he's available. VE3 PDL, Paul. Uh-oh. I think they're disappearing. Let's see if Garnett's still with us. You may want to say goodnight too. VE3 GNP. Okay, nothing heard. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now. Oh.
Somebody holler short here, Chuck.
Yes, I did hear somebody break the squelch, but it was difficult to make out. That station there, go ahead. Okay, Larry, did you make that out?
Yeah, no, sorry. He was just saying that he's going to call tonight. His line is starting to bother really bad, and he said we'll catch everybody next week. So, Art, I was going to ask you a question before you go. Do you normally have the radio turned on through the week on 146430? Okay, just was just curious, Art. Okay. All right, V3KCI 73, have a very good night. And I'll take a standby for a second here and pass it over to Chuck for his final. Anybody else who wishes to do that to you, I'll take a standby.
Ooh, do that to you. Okay, very good, Larry. Thank you for the relay. And Art, it was a pleasure having you aboard again. And you take care of yourself, sir, and we'll catch you throughout the week or next week. I'm not sure. Larry will have to tell me there if you did say yes that you monitor that frequency or not. But anyhow, have a good night.
Yeah, go ahead, Art. The radio's usually on PM if I'm down here. Most times, where am I going to go, Art? We're in jail right now. I'm just kidding. But no, like tomorrow is not a busy day, but I got to get some pet food and stuff tomorrow. So the radio's usually on can. If you holler, I'm sure somebody will pick you up. Like I'll for somebody else be monitoring. But yeah, go ahead, Art. Yeah, okay, Art, no problem. All right, did you hear what Chuck said to you or no? Okay, Chuck, he did hear you. So, all right, Art, take care. 73 BE3KC or BEC, sorry, BE3KCI, BE3LBI, 73.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, Chuck, back over to you.
Okay, very good. And I acknowledge VE3CSY. And I heard Richard in there comment there. Go ahead, Richard.
I was just saying 73 to dude.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir. Okay, that was Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie, India. Let's go down to VE3 CSY. Paul. Good evening, Paul. Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and to all on that. Yes, quick check-in. And well, I want to let you know that Bob XKV was kind enough to move his crossband over, and you can hear Art on that one really good. I'll let you know. Back to you.
Oh, okay. What's the frequency again?
446.050.
Ah, moved it. Okay. Very good then. Thank you for that, Paul. And yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to Bob there. Hope he's recuperating well.
Well, is there a problem with Bob? Did he catch something?
Yeah, I don't know if you'd want me to air it out here on the A.R.E.G, but yeah, he was in the hospital, had a little surgery there, and he's on the mend now.
Oh my God! Okay, thank God. All right. No, he didn't really reveal anything that wouldn't already be known, sort of kind of thing. So, okay, thanks for letting me know. And thank God things turned out well, and fingers crossed that he heals quickly and will be back to his boisterous old self. Okay, anyway, yeah, back to you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm always thinking about him there. Actually, I was speaking to John, VE3JSU, up in Manitowoc, and got filled in on the details with John there. As I mentioned before, he's a part-time cabbie right now. I think he's shuttling people in from the airport, and he's got an offer to clean the town bank, or one of the banks. I don't know, but he hasn't said yes to that yet. So we'll have to wait and see. And they've got 65 plus centimeters of snow in Manitowoc. I spoke to him, and he was the one that mentioned that he tried to call Bob, and his wife was fielding calls for him. So I immediately called and spoke to Bob very briefly, maybe a minute. So yeah, that's it there.
Oh wow, okay. Well, good for him. I would have thought it would have been hard to find employment up there, but all better to him. Increase the old income and it helps a lot. Absolutely. Oh yeah, 67 is like, well, they can keep that. I don't want to see that. And cleaning the banks, you mean cleaning the floors, not the wall, right?
Yeah, well, he didn't specify. I wonder if finders keepers comes in.
I'd be cleaning the money. I was thinking that if he's doing the work with a face mask and a pistol, well, we'd have to clean the doors. Not the coins either. The dollar bills and all the big ones. I'd be cleaning all those.
Yeah. Oh, I'm keeping this one. It's nice and clean.
I'll be back in a minute, gentlemen there, ladies. Especially ladies first, but you three all got to skip for a minute. Sorry.
Yep, not a problem there, Larry. Very good. Yeah. So how's life treating you there, Paul? Other than this stupid thing going around, but how are you adjusting to retirement?
It's different and it's more mental than anything else. I have to sort of deprogram myself. Decades of training to work, and I don't. So, busy day, doing a few things. So garbage out. Yeah. Got mail out of the mailbox. Yeah, it's pretty busy.
Do you still wake up on occasion at around the same time you're supposed to be at work? Or do you still wake up at the regular time you would to go to work?
Well, that early waking has sort of been taken care of by staying up like really late all the time now. Like for instance, we were on the radio till 12:30 in the morning last night, just yakking. And then I do a lot of computer work in the evenings because connections are a bit faster, right? So anyway, yeah, when you go to bed at 3 or 4 a.m., you're not getting up 7. At least I'm not.
Yes, that's the one thing I've noticed as well. We have that in common. Ah, very good then. Very good. You've been working any stations over the past week?
No, I haven't been playing radio much. I have it on and listen to it. And there was some Southern DX today on 10 meters, sporadic heat. Just a couple of fairly strong signals, but I did a lot of heat on my phone. Yeah, kind of a screwy sock day today. And so all my books today was all spent on that, of course. Waiting patiently for conditions to return. They will. Just have to wait another, 6, 8, 10 months.
Yeah, that's it. Geez, I remember there when I was working at E.D. Smith, and everybody kept complaining about their investments. We had a couple of years there where people were just losing money left, right, and center.
Losing money?
Well, in the RSPs, the work at E.D. Smith, anyways, kind of forced everyone to put away, a minimum of 3 or 5% of their pay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys had a sort of a company-directed self-investment fund using RSPs. Now I remember.
Yeah. I think gone are the good old days of profit sharing. That was something that we all looked forward to. Same as the summer picnic and Christmas. And yeah, ever since Llewellyn Smith sold the manufacturing part of his company, there a lot of changes when the Americans took over, and it's not a family-owned and run operation anymore, and you can tell.
Yeah, that's typical of modern global world, eh? Did that affect you in any way? I mean, did they somehow screw you over for what you were entitled to in retirement?
Let's put it this way: they pushed me to retire unwillingly, kind of deal, and I took legal action.
Okay, well, as is your right, but yeah, do you still have that pension with them? I imagine you would, right? It's vested, isn't it?
Yeah, times were tough, Paul. I had to take it out and use it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, dinner's done. Late dinner. Gotta go. I'll be back in a while. Yes, fine.
Okay, very good, Paul. Yeah, go attend to your late dinner as well. Speaking of late dinners, let's go to Mac, Chef Mac, VA3IMW. Are you still with us, or are you eating your dinner?
No, I'm still hanging about. Just stuck a thermometer in my chicken breast, and I'm at about 168 degrees. So I throttle the oven back to a gentle warm, so that I can let the vegetables catch up to them. So I'm still a few minutes away, letting all the flavors roll together, and yum yum. Come and get you some. No, that's just for me and the missus. But still hanging around for the duration. That sounded like an invite, Chuck.
Thing is, that's too hot for me. I like mine at, what is it, 98 point.
Oh, you like the raw chicken, do you? Okay, yeah, I've got some of that too. Actually, I can take another piece out of the freezer and put a stick in it, and you can have it chicken-sicle.
Well, you mentioned breast, and then you said 140 or vice versa degrees or so. And I said, I like mine at body temperature, if you get my drift. Speaking of breasts.
So why did the chicken cross the road to get away from Chuck? I gotcha.
Anyways, let's keep it family oriented. See what you did there, PDL?
Wasn't me, it was just somebody that sounded like me. There goes the neighborhood.
Absolutely. Oh dear, what's shaking there, Paul? I tried to call you earlier, but you were away.
Yeah, I must have had volume turned down for a minute there, and talking with the wife and trying to drag her out of the kitchen there. Yeah, isn't that funny? Most guys have a hard time getting their wives in the kitchen. I have a hard time getting mine out of the kitchen. Not because she's eating, because she won't stop. She's a clean freak.
Yeah. Well, your wife and mine must be on the same cycle, because mine was just going with the vacuum, and I went to go upstairs just before the net started, and there were chairs blocking the bathroom, and so yeah, same thing over here. I can hear the broom too.
Okay, don't be giving her any more ideas. Did she leave it double marked? Watch out for the sauce.
Yeah, listen, we had these Christmas poppers for New Year's and for Christmas, and we're still finding confetti.
Oh. If you want to hear a funny one, the one time, wife There he is walking around the house dragging the old lady around.
Oh my gosh, Paul, that's funny.
Yeah, I had to ask permission first if I was allowed to tell the story.
Yeah, make sure you tell it right.
Oh, it was just funny, you know. I finally looked down at Stephen's butt. You know, I walked over, put my foot on the kitchen. If he wanted to walk away, he'd feel a little tug. What the heck? And he realized, oh no.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could have been there.
The times you wish you had home security cameras in the house.
Yeah, I know. All right, very good then. Anything else?
Is this like last call or something? There's 9 minutes left.
Well, it is a short list. Just hang on. We'll start at the top and we'll do the last call there. You're the well, actually, CSY is the last check-in. But first, let's before we run down the last call list, let's do another call out for new check-ins. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton. Taking check-ins now. Okay, with that, we're going to officially start the list. Let's go to Richard. VA3, VJC, last call, Richard.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't drink anymore. Oh, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I heard, what's his name, the chef out there eating chicken boots and whatnot at 160 odd degrees. Oh, I'm going to do a duck in a couple days. I'm going to eat it all myself.
You know what I think I'm going to do, Richard? I think I'm going to put some money away and get myself another smoker and start making my world famous beef jerky again.
Oh, do you season yours with all the sugar and nitrates, nitrates, and food trace, and all that stuff?
No, sir, all natural.
Yeah, you know, I saw something on YouTube University there about getting a pork loin. So it was on cheap, so my sister told me, so I got a couple. I cut it into 3/8 half-inch slices. I lined a glass baking dish with kosher salt, and I decided to cure it that way. And it worked. But I forgot one thing. When I'm going to cook a piece up with my eggs, I'm supposed to soak it to get the excess salt out of it. And I didn't do that. Oh, that was good. Salty though.
Yeah, you don't know how many batches I had to give to my dog because it was too salty. I didn't feed him the whole batch at once, but I had to get rid of it without throwing it out. You know, I mean, you go out and spend money on a roast, and you end up having to toss it because it's too salty. Uh, but yeah, I learned the recipe, and when I got it, I remembered it, and man, it tastes yummy.
Oh, okay. Sounds interesting. I think I could have saved it if I soaked it or washed it because, you know, well, don't the French get the whole straight load of salt pork in a barrel or something that's supposed to last them for a couple of years, and they wash it before they cook it?
Yeah, man, that's the key to preserving your meat is salt. That goes way back, you know, to the settlers, even, you know, carrying beef jerky with them because it's protein, right?
Yeah, and their dairy products, they just got the real genuine silver sixpences back then because everything was, you know, the British were fighting over everything, the limey buggers. And they throw a couple of the sixpences in your jugs of milk to stop it from going off.
Sorry, they put what?
Silver coins, it has to be sterling silver, 98.8, 98.5, whatever. You know, back in the day when our dimes used to be silver, well, the English sixpences and a few of the other coins were
I did not know that. All right, I learned something new today.
Yeah. See, I got I worked at the Steel Car Works, National Steel Car years ago. I used to get little cups of tinkies on because he used all sorts of pickling juices on the metal to keep from rusting. And any scratch you get when I first get it fixed. So this old crony nurse over there used to put silver powder on it. Okay, come look at it. It's silver salt. So it goes back to me. So I got a couple of them. They're about 10 years old. They're supposed to be single dose or single use only, but I still use them.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I got dollar coins, silver dollars, American, and 50-cent piece. But yeah, very good, Richard. Okay, thanks for all that. Much appreciated, sir. And if you got anything else, we're going to move on.
Well, not much. Just I was going to do it. I got some chicken soup there, boiled up, ready for my fast. Got to get into the fast by do protein for a couple days. I got a lot of bad on me. That should help. And then that's about it. Then I'm going to sit on my herd of my radio. I got I've got the ICOM. I got the 2 Radio Shack receivers or allies, and a few other things like that. But I want to send it out, so just have a tidy table where I can put my mic and my keyboard without all the crap being in the way. I got too much junk.
Okay, well, we'll chat some more about what we were talking about at the beginning there. So for now, we'll say goodnight. And 7-3, Richard, much appreciated you stopping by. VA3 VJC. Next on the list for last call is VA3 India Mike Whiskey. Last call, Mac.
Yeah, okay, well, it looks like Wednesday night is going to become the Epicurean A.R.E.G. So there's a lot of people that have got some delicious ideas. Always good to share, and certainly looking for every opportunity to share some good news. Anyways, Chuck, like I said before, Wednesday night A.R.E.G. is always a high point, and so glad that you're keeping up the tradition, and we look forward to the whole team again next week. So 7-3 to yourself and all on frequency.
Okay, very good, Mac. Much appreciated you sticking around, and we'll talk to you again soon. I apologize for that noise. That is a vacuum cleaner above my head. Okay, let's go to VA3OYL.
I thought you were getting a haircut there. Yeah, good, Ned. It was good. I hear Paul, yes, why? Really good. Well, it must be like
Renata!
before I can barely hear him.
It's too loud!
Things are good on this end. So, hopefully, maybe I'll get on during the week and surprise everyone for a change. But I'll say 7-3, and good job, Chuck, and we'll catch you later. VA3OYL.
Okay, Debbie, always a pleasure. And you have yourself a great rest of the week. And we'll see you and talk to you soon. Keep, I don't know if you watch any of my posts on Facebook there, but I sure enjoy yours.
Oh, good. I'm glad somebody's reading them.
Okay, have a good night. 7-3. Next on the official list is VA3 November Kilo Charlie. Nick, are you there? Okay, next is Larry, VE3LBI. Last call, Larry.
Yeah, no, good, Nat. I can't top men walking around with women's underwear on their shoes, so I'll have to pass along, Chuck.
Yeah, it's a tough act to follow. I know. Okay, then. You're almost giving me some material for next week there. Next on the list is Philip, VE3OAB. Still with us, Philip. Last call.
guess I'm back for last call, and all I can say is everybody be safe and soak your hands for 30 seconds or more, keep distance, and maybe next week we won't even know about it, just like somebody we don't know about anymore down in the U.S. And Deb, if you want to use a counterweight, get an old 5-gallon pail, put some stones in it, and a pulley, and that'll act as a good counterweight for your wire when it gets icy.
There you go. All right, some good tips from Philip. Okay, Phil. Well, I do appreciate you stopping by and sticking around the whole time. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. And you take care and stay safe also, my friend. We'll talk to you again next week, hopefully. Okay, VE30AB. Next on the list is Vanya. Haven't spoken to you in a while. I apologize, sir. VA3XLJ.
That's okay. I enjoyed listening to conversation, like especially one about the later one about the food. So I also am gonna get even I get that joke. Usually I'm kind of bad with English jokes, so it takes a little while before I clue in what's going on. But yeah, anyway, chicken breast never too easy. So you mentioned the smoker, like I do have a small one which I bought on Amazon. It's kind of looks like it's like slow cooker more than actually it is smoker, but it looks like slow cooker anyway. So I do smoke a salmon in it more often than in a beef jerky. I never had the good. I try a few times, but I never make a beef jerky tasting it right. So I guess yeah, but smoked salmon in it, it comes out from the smoker what I have comes out very nice. And what I use. I've seen the recipe on YouTube. The guy uses ratio 1 to 1 sugar and a kosher salt and some green stuff. I don't know what it is, but my wife knows, so she usually gives me. I forgot time. It's not the time. I forgot the name of the herb. Like and basically you just use that to brine the salmon for a couple of days before you put in a smoker for a few hours. Problem with my smoker, it's small, so the I guess smoke is thick, so you have to take it a little bit earlier, and it does not get as dry as I would like to, but it still produces good stuff, I guess.
Salmon loves dill.
Dill. There you go, Vanya.
Yeah, that's correct. Dill.
Yeah, everybody's got their recipes and different taste flavors that they like. So, yeah, I personally don't smoke fish. I only do beef. And yeah, I got my own recipe as well. Okay, Vanya, well, thank you for sticking around and being part of the A.R.E.G. It's been a pleasure, sir. And like was mentioned earlier, we usually monitor this frequency during the day and 146490. If you wish to contact us there, it's not too far away. Stop by anytime. VA3 X-ray Lima Juliet. Thank you, sir. Next, Arpad said good night. I hope he's enjoying his movie. Uh, and so that's good. Next will be Paul, VE3PDL. Your turn, Paul. Last call.
Fiddly dee, fiddly dum. The rest of it, we'd all have to QSY to 11 meters for me to finish this little poem. Anyways, good night there, Chuck. Good job as always, sir, and glad to hear everybody in there. And, yeah, CSY there too. Me, him, and Mark had a pretty good chit chat last night on 10 meters, and that was cool too. Talking about all kinds of different things. That's the name of the game, the fun of the hobby. Alrighty, sir, I'll pass it back over to you. Thanks again, Chuck. B3PDL.
Okay, Paul. Thank you for coming by. And yeah, some people want to chit chat after the net, by all means. I have to step away and go do a few things, take the trash out and let my dog out and stuff like that, get another drink, and I'll be back probably about 20 minutes. So let's go to VE3CSY. Last call there, Paul.
Yeah, 73 everybody.
Okay. And as I mentioned before, if you weren't aware, we lost another celebrity this evening. Cloris Leachman died at the age of 94 of natural causes at her home. She's best remembered for being Phyllis on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and she also starred in the movie alongside Bruce Willis and Goldie Hawn in Death Becomes Her. So if you guys want to look up old movies of Cloris Leachman, there's one for you. Okay, so it's now time to close this evening's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Tonight marks week 1428 that the A.R.E.G has been on the air. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's A.R.E.G, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe. Have a great rest of the week. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3 and good night. Okay. Yes. Save and close. Nick. Huh, that was weird. Oh dear. 146.430. I got screwed over, didn't I? Okay. Okay, let's turn that off. There we go.